Dreaming of moving to Australia in 2025 but lost in the sea of visa rules? Huge updates have just dropped for PR skilled migration, student, and work visas, and some of these changes could make your journey to Australia faster and easier than ever. Don't miss out. This could be your moment. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I break down the latest visa updates, migration tips, and strategies to help you turn your dream of living abroad into reality. Today, I'm covering the 2025 Australian visa and immigration updates, everything you need to know about new PR pathways, changes to skilled migration rules, and the latest for students and workers. Let's dive right in. Australia has always been one of the most popular destinations for skilled professionals, international students, and families who are looking for better opportunities and a higher quality of life. And it's easy to see why Australia offers world-class education, competitive job markets, strong wages, social benefits, and one of the best standards of living in the world. But here's the exciting part. In 2025, the government is rolling out some of the biggest visa and immigration updates in years. These changes are designed not only to attract top global talent, but also to directly fill the skill shortages that Australia desperately needs to solve right now. Let's start with permanent residency pathways, because for most people, PR is the ultimate goal. In the past, PR has often been a long, frustrating process, filled with delays, complicated requirements, and limited opportunities. But now things are shifting. Occupations that are absolutely critical to Australia's future like healthcare, IT engineering, construction, and education are right at the top of the priority list. Think about it. Australia has an aging population, which means doctors, nurses, and aged care workers are needed more than ever. At the same time, booming industries like technology, engineering, and construction are driving economic growth, but there just aren't enough local professionals to meet the demand. If you have experience or qualifications in any of these areas, the government is essentially rolling out the red carpet for you. Faster processing times, priority applications, and more state and territory nomination options mean your chances of getting PR are higher than they've been in years. Another major development is the regional push. For a long time, everyone dreamed of Sydney or Melbourne, but the reality is those cities are overcrowded and extremely competitive. The government knows this, so in 2025, regional areas are becoming the golden ticket. If you're open to living outside the big capitals in places like Adelaide, Perth, Darwin, or even smaller regional towns, you can earn extra points towards your PR. Not only that, but some regional visas now come with easier pathways to permanent residency, longer visa durations, and additional benefits. The lifestyle in regional areas can also be a huge plus: cheaper housing, less traffic, and a closer community feel. So, if you're flexible, moving to a regional city might just be your fastest route to making Australia your permanent home. Now let's talk about skilled migration rules, because this is where strategy becomes everything. Australia's points-based system is the backbone of skilled migration, and in 2025, it's getting a major tune-up. Younger applicants are now being given a clear advantage. Why? Applicants under 35 are scoring higher than ever before, which is a strong incentive for younger professionals to act quickly. English language skills are also being rewarded more heavily. If you've been putting off preparing for your IELTS or PTE, now is the time to take it seriously. A high English score doesn't just prove you can communicate effectively, it also shows you're ready to integrate into Australian society. That's why extra points are now up for grabs for those who can demonstrate strong proficiency. Another game-changing update is the extra weight given to Australian work experience. If you've already worked in Australia on a temporary visa, you're in a much stronger position to transition into PR. This rewards people who are already contributing to the economy and culture of the country. It also means that short-term visas, internships, or temporary work can now become powerful stepping stones into long-term residency. So, planning your pathway step by step has never been more important. For international students, the 2025 updates are nothing short of revolutionary. Studying in Australia has always been popular, but many students worried about what came after graduation. Would they have enough time to find work? Would their studies actually help them stay longer? Well, The new rules are answering those questions in the best way possible. Post-study work rights are now clearer, more favorable, and more directly linked to the country's skill shortages. This means that if you choose the right course, say in nursing, teaching, IT, or engineering, you'll have a much stronger chance of staying in the country after you graduate. In fact, for many students, studying in Australia is no longer just about earning a degree. It's about laying the foundation for permanent residency and a long-term future. What's also exciting is that post-study work visas are being extended in many cases, giving graduates more time to gain real work experience. This is critical because Australian work experience is now being rewarded in the skilled migration point system. So, by studying smart and gaining local experience, you're not just earning a qualification, you're building a future pathway that can take you all the way to PR. Finally, let's break down the changes to work visas. Employers in Australia have been struggling for years to fill urgent roles, and the sponsorship process has often been too slow and complicated. But in 2025, the government is cutting down the red tape. Employers can now nominate skilled workers for critical positions with a much faster and simpler process. This doesn't just help businesses, it also helps workers who are ready to step into those roles. If your profession is in high demand, whether it's in health, construction, IT, or even agriculture, you could find yourself moving to Australia far more quickly than before. For many applicants, an employer-sponsored work visa will be the quickest ticket into the country. The bottom line is this: Australia in 2025 is opening its doors wider than ever before. But, and this is the important part, it's only opening them for people who prepare, plan, and match their skills with the country's needs. If you're serious about moving, this is the moment to act. Gather your documents, improve your English, research the right pathways, and think strategically about where your skills are most needed. The opportunities are out there, but they won't last forever. Those who act early and align themselves with the new rules will be the ones who succeed. So if Australia is your dream, now is the time to act. Start gathering your documents, choose the right pathway, and get ahead while opportunities are wide open. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates that could change your future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.